Really?
Alrighty,
Really?
we're in.
Really?
We are
That's
in.
how we're gonna start it.
Right? That's how you want to start it. That's oh my god. Let's slate in. This is ridiculous. Let's slate in.
Take your phone.
God. Wow. Let's do it.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
All right, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Slate In. I'm your host, Dylan Ross, and alongside me,
John McTavish.
and we are Easygoing Studios. We are doing something a little special today, and we're going to continue it going every week or bi-week or whatever the hell it is. It's Friday feature, and on our first Friday feature, we have the chef of the house, Mr. Grayson. I'm not going to try to say your last name.
What up, hogs? How you doing, fellas?
Man, how are you doing?
Chilling. Thank you. It's a beautiful morning.
It is. It is a beautiful morning.
It's not really. It's kind of rainy and it's warm though.
It's a beautiful
It
morning.
is.
It's not 9 degrees anymore.
I do miss the snow, though. I'm not
I
going to lie.
don't. I was so sick of it.
That was nice while it lasted.
When we were snowboarding and doing stuff, it was great. But driving around on sheets of ice, not so great.
Yeah, you just got to get used to it, my dude.
Speak for yourself. It's kind of fun.
Okay, you can't say that. You've got big Lex out there that you took me to work the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, baby.
But all right, let's get into it here. G,
Yeah.
tell us a little about the origin story. Tell us about yourself a little bit here.
The origin story.
The
my
origin
villain
story.
backstory.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, shit. I don't even know where to start. Shit.
Start from
Born
when
in-
you were. Should we start from when he was
Well,
born?
I was conceived on Thanksgiving. Grew up with John. We've known each other since about 6th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much. Oh, shit, dude. I don't fucking know. God damn.
Like, where were you born? Like, I know we're both from Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach. I mean, both went to the same middle school. Both went to the same high school. We grew up working together too. We had a couple jobs together.
I've heard stories.
Golf course, baby.
Yeah, Toro gang. Yeah, and then after high school, we kind of split ways for a little bit. John moved out here to Nashville, and I got a job with Virginia Tech as a assistant farm manager over there on one of their ag research farms, and did that for quite some time. But it got boring on the farm and all that stuff. So I came out here a while ago. I think it was in April, about mid-April, to see John, and hung out here for a few days, and it was just such an amazing time.
That was a fun weekend.
That was.
The town was awesome. That was where I met you.
We were
And
slinging pool cues and pool balls.
we were running the table that night.
Hell yeah, we were.
I thought it was hilarious because you flew into Nashville, and it probably took us a solid, 15, 20 minutes for you to find my car to get out of there because of how drunk you were from the flight.
Dude, I almost missed my flight coming here. Airport was fine in Virginia. It got a little loosened up over there, but the airport in Chicago, man, holy shit. They were like,
Dude, that's...
Thankfully, they called my name over the intercom. They were like, last call, Grayson, for the gate. And I was like, oh, shit, we got to go. Passed out on the plane, and, yeah, we woke up, and, yeah, I'd never been in that airport before, so that sucked.
Yeah. I think Chicago is worse than B&A, though.
Chicago's not great.
Yeah.
I feel like B&A is getting better, though.
Yeah.
I feel like, especially now they opened up the new section, it's
That
easier
new
to get around.
terminal.
I hate that there's a whole terminal off-site of the main terminal.
That's for
Seagate.
that's for certain flights. Like, it's only 3 gates. Like, it's not...
Still, I got to take a bus? Come
Yeah.
on.
I haven't done it yet, so
It sucks.
knock on some wood. I don't know where there's...
That's
wood, yeah.
That's
wood, yeah.
sturdy right there.
Yeah. Do you like our little our shelf here?
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need me a little fish right here. One of my fish for my side.
Oh yeah, we should have done that. That's a
but-
mistake. All right, well
But
let's
got back to Virginia after seeing y'all, and about a week later, John was like, "Hey, our roommate's moving out. What do you think?" And I was like, yeah, that sounds awesome. I'd been trying to get out of Virginia Beach pretty much since I graduated.
Mm-hmm.
So, took you up on that, and shit, about a couple months later, I was out here, and y'all got me in with the film industry, and that shit's been so much fun.
Yeah. And what's funny about that is our old roommate Connor literally took months to decide if he was going to go back home or not to Virginia Beach. So I was like trying to figure out, like, all right, are you leaving? Like, what's happening? Like, and it worked out for the best because Connor's living his best life in Virginia Beach right now, and getting you out here is awesome. And but what was funny is when I think it was like either the first night after driving you like through Broadway, because after we picked him up from the airport, I drove you down Broadway.
Yeah.
And we drove down there.
We drove it down there. We drove it down.
And it was just funny because I asked you the next morning, I was like, do you think you could ever see yourself like living in a city like this? Because I knew about you wanting to get out since we graduated in 2018. And you were like, nah, I don't think so. Big city is not my vibe. And then like we took
concrete jungle action.
Yeah, and then man. Get you some city living.
We took him to Robert's Western World and a couple Broadway spots, and the next night. And then I think it was the morning before, it was the day before we drove to Virginia Beach, because I drove you home.
You
came back and visited for a little bit. And you were like, so I hear your roommate might be moving out. And I was like, wait, what? But yeah, it worked out. We were actually filming
Recon Ride
in Florida when we found out, when Connor called me and was like, hey man, I'm officially moving. Tell Grayson the room's his. And we were ecstatic.
It was fun. It was a great time. We were so happy.
Yeah.
Dude, I was stoked. I hopped off the tractor and like hung up everything. I was like, fuck yeah. I was so stoked.
Yeah. And then after that, it was around June when you
3rd.
moved out. June 3rd. And let's talk about Fest a little bit right now? Or?
Well, before we get into that, what was cool was, I guess for you have no background in film up until so I'm curious, like, what was your knowledge of the film industry, especially like because you grew up seeing me with doing stuff with my dad and stuff, so was that like your only?
That was pretty much that was about it. And then that little thing you asked me to help with at Latitude.
You helped him. Grayson, you helped him with Latitude?
A little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
We did like a day where we posted it on the gym story and Instagram and everything. It was like, hey, we're filming a documentary about the gym. Like, everybody please come out. And like Grayson helped me. I had a couple guys with cameras helping me too. And I think Zach Blackburn was one, and then Cameron Houck was another one.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And we just filmed a bunch of climbers, and like whoever wanted to be on film, they would come over and sign a release form. Yeah, like we had a table set up.
Really?
We were there for hours.
That's amazing. I love that. That's so cool.
Time.
It was one of the most packed days the gym had been in months, because it was that pre-COVID?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Yep. So it was like, was it 2019? Or I think it was January of 2020. It was right before we shut down.
Yeah, and we shut down in March.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a fun time. But I guess going back to your jobs and stuff of like no knowledge.
Yeah,
for Dylan and I, we knew that we wanted you to come out here because as soon as you guys met, I knew that, like, all right, we need to make this work somehow. Whatever, if it means that we have to.
Hell yeah, brother.
Look at us now.
And
so who would have thought?
Dylan and I went. Dylan and I went and hit up as many people as we could about trying to get you work before you moved out here, because then we could use that as
leverage,
like blackmailing Grayson. Like, you don't move out here. You're never
it's like we got your job, so like you have to move out, otherwise you just look like a pansy that you just did not want to work in film. Like, come on, man. We got you the job.
And how was that for y'all, recommending somebody who you'd never seen work in that industry?
Oh, it's easy.
It's so easy.
Yeah.
Well, and also, like, I have the background of knowing how you worked on the golf course. And
Yeah, but that's
everything.
different. That's like manual labor shit. That's
Yeah.
not
But so
like-
is a PA.
Yeah, PA's got
It's
manual
like-
labor.
I think
Yeah.
doing what we did on the golf course is harder than learning how to be a PA, in my opinion, because you have to be very technical about mowing the greens, and if the bunker edges don't look right, like
I play on the golf courses. I've never worked on a golf course, so I have no idea what.
Yeah, but the golf courses that you see on TV versus the ones that like we go to, you can tell the
Yeah.
difference. There was
Yeah.
a big difference.
Yeah, that's right.
Ours wasn't a PA one, but it was nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
so. Then I guess, what were those first jobs that we got you? I feel like
The first one was CMA Fest. Shit,
Yeah.
I didn't even have my boxes and everything intact. I was just like, yeah, I moved in, and you
came
were
off
coming
of-
home to go to Georgia, and
or no, we were going to Railbird.
Yes, we were going to Railbird.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Some.
I-
the
It was
festival in
it was a couple prep days before we loaded in, so I was helping doing like a soft loading at Fest at Nissan, and I came home. We were gonna go to Railbird, and I came home and I saw you. I was like,
I
"Oh,
saw
what's up,
trailer,
G?"
and I was
Because
like,
I was already in Kentucky.
Yeah, you were in Kentucky already.
battling food poisoning.
ooh.
That's right.
Yeah, you came back and you were like, "Hey, do you need a hand with anything?" I was like, "Yeah, but you're not gonna like it." It was like I got like a 300-pound organ.
Oh my god.
And this big old TV that doesn't work.
We tried to fix the TV. TV didn't work.
Whatever happened to that thing?
It was on the side of the street for about
And then the
4
guy
hours.
across the street picked it up. Yeah, the guy across the street picked it up. He was like, "This is mine now." I hope whoever that guy is fixed it and is using it.
Yeah, I hope so, man.
Yeah.
It's a good TV. Dang.
But it really wasn't that bad moving in. You got most of everything in, and then I just helped
Yeah.
with the freaking organ.
It's pretty heavy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
she-
is. She's a big girl.
yeah. Oh, God.
But yeah, so CMA Fest, I was assistant site coordinator.
Yeah.
You were
I don't think I had my title yet that I do now. I think I was just.
nice.
I think I was just key PA. I really don't remember. I think I was just key PA.
I think you were key because you were his boss.
Yeah, and I don't think I had. I don't even know what my title is now. The assistant site production assistant, or what is it? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Even though-
Is that what it is?
Not
Something,
assistant
I don't
though.
know.
No, I've
Coordinator's in the title.
It's
but
APOC, but it's site.
assistant production site coordinator.
There we go.
APSC.
APSC. See,
get
this is
there.
why we work so well together, guys.
Yeah, baby.
But yeah, so I think I was just key PA, and you were my PA.
Yeah, baby.
Kyle, I forget. That was such a
Kyle,
blur. Emily,
um,
Sydney was Lil Sid.
No, Wilson wasn't there.
I thought she was.
This is shit. Mm-mm.
Michaelin was there.
Yep, Logan.
Logan.
Oh, that's right. Now I'm
And then the
remembering.
chick from Cali.
Yes.
Yeah, her.
That
one.
Forgot her name. Sorry.
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 So
it will come.
sad.
It will come to us.
We love you, though.
Yeah. Yeah. So that
was
was the
fun.
team.
It was stacked.
It was a
good.
very good team.
You guys did have a really good squad, I will
Yeah.
say.
So
That was fun.
let's go into it. Of what was it like as brand new, knew nothing about it.
Didn't
Going-
know much
Oh.
about Nashville either.
Didn't know
Yeah,
nothing about
that-
Nashville
that
either.
was
That
crazy.
was the hard part too.
At first, it was fun. Got in, met everybody, and immediately was like taking labels off of water bottles for for a couple hours, and I was like, okay, this ain't too bad. All right, I'm not like out here sweating and shit out in the heat, slinging mulch and all this stuff. It's like I can sit down and take shit out, water bottles, all this stuff. It's not too bad. Did all that, and then the main thing was understanding the lingo because y'all got different names for shit. I remember one time I was in the bathroom and I didn't know I wasn't supposed to walkie on the bathroom either, but that's a story for another time. But you hit me up to do something, and I was like, I don't remember what you said, but I was like, in English, please,
Yeah,
over the whole mic, or the whole radio channel. And then I was like, oh shit, I got you. Sorry. It took me a couple seconds to figure it out.
I said, "What's your 20?" I said, "Gee, what's your 20?" He's like, in English, please." I was like, "Oh, sorry. I mean, where are you at?" You're like, "Bathroom." I was like, "Okay. When you're done, meet me at the outside the PO."
That was fun. Seeing all the famous people and shit drive by on golf carts was a little crazy. I think it probably would have been a little bit more crazy if it was like people that I listened to and stuff,
Yeah.
but still seeing
yeah.
famous people go by for the first time, you're like, holy shit. And then you're just like, well, I guess this is what I do now.
Yeah.
And
I'm curious, what was your sorry. Work stuff.
got a tasty text.
No. What was it like for like talking to family members and friends where like, cause you're not really that active on social media, I will say.
Not
Like,
at all. No,
But
I'm not.
For then like, out of nowhere to like have videos of like being on the ground of Nissan Stadium, posting videos of everything. Like what were people saying?
I really didn't get much, but the one I was surprised from was my buddy's older brother was like, yo, where the fuck are you? I was like, oh, I'm in Nashville. I moved out here. And I just really didn't expect to hear from him. But I mean, most of my family knew about it and they were like, oh, well, I mean,
That's
pretty
interesting.
neat.
yeah. Have
Good
fun.
for you.
Yeah, they were like, have fun. They were like, I thought you didn't listen to country. I was like, I really don't. I'm getting
But I'm
into
getting
it.
paid to listen to it now.
Exactly. So I
You're
mean,
getting into it because of me too. Just
I'm liking it. I've got a few artists.
yeah.
Sturgill Simpson, baby.
Yeah, boober.
So yeah, Fest was
That
fun.
Fest was fun. Fest was a good time. And then
Chilling out in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And all that shit.
G and I had some great talks
Yeah, we
outside
had
the
them.
bus and the Nissan parking lot.
Staring at the Batman building.
Oh god, dude, that was so much
That
fun.
was sick.
Yeah.
I wish that my call times weren't as early. 'Cause I would have stayed out, but it just got to the point where I was like, I have to go to
Yeah.
bed. Because like the last 4 days, because it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah.
It's 4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Festival days.
I was sleeping on the bus, and then there was just open bunks. So Tony Lopez, my boss, was like, if Dylan and Grayson want to crash, we've got room.
Hell yeah.
And for you guys, you didn't have to come in until like 11. You didn't have to come in until like 1
Yeah.
every night. Where for me, I was like waking up at 6 every morning, rapping at like 1 a.m. or midnight or whatever. Like right
not
after
all the
show.
time. There were some times where you rapped early.
No, because all the
Yeah.
shows went until midnight. I couldn't rap until after the show was done.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought he rapped earlier.
No.
I don't know.
But I guess, what was your favorite part of Fest?
Yeah.
Shoot. Kind of put me on the spot there. I
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
ready for that.
You're our guest, man. The spotlight
favorite-
is on you the whole time.
Shoot. Honestly, meeting everyone was so cool.
Yeah.
And now working with them again and again, you're just like, oh shit, what's up? How's it going? How you been?
Yeah.
But at first it was kind of like, who are you? Whatever. But it's been fun, man. I love meeting everyone on the gigs, meeting new people. It's been so much fun. I met
Oh yeah.
0 people working on the farm. It was the same people every day
Yep.
for 3 years. And I needed to get out and meeting new people here. Dude, you meet a new person every day in this town. It's so
yeah.
much fun.
Hell yeah.
Especially where we live. Like,
Oh yeah.
on this side of town, of getting to...
Never know who you're going to run
Yeah.
into.
Yeah,
Never
it's
do.
crazy. So I guess after Fest, how much time was there before your next job?
2 days.
Yeah.
2
So,
days.
right.
so let's get into that, because
Yeah.
I went to Bonnaroo.
Yes. G and I
And-
worked Bonnaroo.
I was going to get there,
Oh,
but
sorry.
Thanks.
I jumped the
Well,
gun.
we're already here. So.
Yeah.
so I had decided to go. I was offered to work it,
Mm-hmm.
but Brent, shout out Brent,
Right.
bought my ticket
Love
at the
you,
time, and bought me the ticket at the time, and we went down, and I had a great time. I had so much fun. I got to see all the artists that I wanted to see. And then hearing from you guys of like, dude, I'm so tired. I'm ready to go home.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just say from the beginning of it, I've only had one experience doing PA stuff from CMA Fest, and we were like taking the labels off of water bottles, filling coolers, setting up tents, running chairs, doing all this stuff. And then we get to Bonnaroo, and they're like, your credentials don't give you access to the stage, so you're not going to be doing that. And then our other buddy that I was PAing with, Carlisle. What's up, baby?
Shout out Carlisle.
We were sitting in front of the PO, and we're like, man, our water cooler's getting a little empty. We should go ask our like manager like where the waters are at so we can go fill them up and get some more. And we're just sitting there, and somebody comes up and fills our cooler with water, and then somebody comes behind them with a bag of ice and tops it off with ice, and we're like, oh, okay. So what do we do? And we're like, oh, it's getting a little hot. We should probably go find a tent. 5 minutes later, somebody comes up and sets up a tent for us, and we're like, what are we gonna do?
So then I'm curious, what were you guys doing? Like, when
Well,
you had the free
I
time?
was at the airport.
Dylan
know
was
you were
doing
driving.
airport runs the whole freaking time.
Because did I hear something about like sting pong? Like, were you guys doing stuff? Like,
Yeah.
what were you
well,
guys
yeah,
We
yeah.
had
To kill time, what were you
so
guys doing?
many
Yeah.
activities because the only thing we were doing was at night we were running the live stream discs. And there was 8 of us there, like 6 or 8
6.
PAs there.
There's 6.
And it was from like 8:45 to whenever the shows ended. And
It was like every 45 minutes to
Yeah.
like an hour and a half.
yeah, you had to run discs. So you didn't need 6 people to do that, which
Yeah.
blew me away. All of us were sitting, and when someone needed to go, we'd like rock, paper, scissors for who was going.
We'd be
We're
like,
all
who
right, who's got it
draws the
this
shortest
time?
straw?
Yeah, and then grabbing food and shit for the people in the TV trailer, and that's like all we did.
Yeah.
So I'd say 80% of the time we were just screwing around playing. We found like some cheap games and stuff at 5 and Below. And we found a like ping pong thing to where you can clip it to the side of the table and
Yep.
it's the net. So we were playing sting pong for quite some time. Found a like little cornhole set and then a big watermelon frisbee.
Oh, yeah. We didn't use the frisbee that much. We found
No.
a football, too.
Oh yeah, you had your football.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so we just pretty much screwed around the whole freaking time.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun though.
Yeah.
Well,
We
I think
paid-
it's cool though because like for us, which I think was very different for us getting into the industry, was we didn't have like jobs lined up like before we moved here. I guess we kind of had. I had summer jam, but that was through like me finding the job and like
I had
applying
to
and stuff.
ask my grandfather to ask someone to.
Yeah. So I thought it was cool. Like I was happy that we were able to like give you that opportunity of getting 2 of the biggest jobs in Nashville's area. I
Yeah.
would say CMA Fest and Bonnaroo
Bonnaroo.
are the 2 biggest things. So I guess after Bonnaroo, you came home and pretty much we unpacked.
Yeah,
and,
I was
like,
about to
Yeah.
say I finally unpacked after that.
well, that was during the era of when we played
COD,
COD downstairs.
every
every
night.
Yeah.
downstairs. And we have photos of it that we'll show where we had all
Yeah.
the different setups going and people would come over and be like, what the hell
What is going on here? No.
All right, so on the next segment, we have 3 PAs sitting in the living room right now.
Guilty.
Guilty.
Yeah.
Guilty as charged.
We talked a little bit about this on the first episode
We sure did.
about being a PA, and we thought that it would be a great time to talk about it now because we have a perfect example, Grayson,
Hey.
Guilty.
of coming from a job that has nothing to do with the film industry
Mm-hmm.
to all of a sudden getting thrown in to
Yeah.
the depths of
The
the industry.
bowels.
Yeah. So I guess, have you heard the phrase being a green or being green?
Yeah.
Where was the first time? And we'll dive into
You.
it in a second. Was it for me?
Yeah, it was
probably
for
was
you.
for me.
Yeah, it was because you were recommending for people, and you were like, "Hey, I'm letting them know that you're still green." And I was about to ask you, almost like when I was like, "In English, please," or when you said what you're 20. I almost asked you, but then it clicked, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm still fresh. Yeah, checks out."
Yeah. So being green in the industry is being
brand new.
Never touched a camera. Never done anything.
Been on set.
Yeah. Never been on set. Don't know any of the lingo, like all that stuff. So when you first get into the industry, it's you start out fresh.
Yep.
And most people are okay with that because they know that they'll just walk you through it.
Yep.
And I know that there's been a lot of people that I've worked with where they're green, and watching the producers or the production managers or coordinators or whatever will kind of explain to them more on what they need instead of asking someone who's more of a veteran PA. But yeah, so let's kind of dive into the PA side of everything. What are some of the like tasks that we always end up doing?
The simplest one is running power. That's the easiest and one that you'll do on every gig in the world is running power.
Especially in the live events.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, especially in live events. Like,
it's not as often on like music videos and stuff because a lot of times the G&E and all those guys will worry about that.
Yeah.
But especially on the live events, as soon as you load in, you get everything there. The first things that need to happen is
tables,
chairs, power.
And power. That's like a big thing. And
TCP.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
TCP.
That's not bad.
I haven't heard that before. That's good.
Let's make it a thing now, everyone.
Yeah.
First thing, boys and
TCP.
girls, when you load in, TCP.
Yeah, that one.
So I guess my question then for you, G, is how easy was it for you to adapt to becoming a production assistant from not doing it ever?
Extremely easy. Very easy. Yeah, if you're a competent worker and you just want to stay busy, that's you never sit down. Mm-hmm. And if you do, you probably shouldn't be.
Well, and that's the thing that, like, when I first started working here, a lot of people would tell me, like, oh, you guys are lucky now because you can, like, sit during stuff. Like, when I was a PA, like, I had to stand 24/7 and all this other stuff. And I think it kind of proves that if you're a hard worker and you prove that you know what you're doing or are competent enough to take care of it, and you're not asking for guidance on every single thing and you just figure it out yourself, you're going to do fine. And then you will get rewarded for that, of being able to sit and relax for a little bit and take that time. But it's a great point as a PA. If you go out and you find the work and you find something to do, even if it's not within your department, if you're set on the production side, but you see that the camera guys need help and you really want to be a camera guy.
Oh, yeah.
Go over and ask them, hey, how can I help you? I'm the production assistant on set. And most times they won't really need you, but they'll see the
effort.
Yeah, the effort to want to help.
If you show that you want responsibility, that you want more responsibility, you'll get that opportunity. Mm-hmm. And then it's up to you to prove them right or wrong, or not even prove anything, but to show that you are able to accept more responsibility. You know, there was a gig that I was on, the travel gig, where we were driving through Missouri, Kentucky, Illinois. You know, we were doing B-roll shots, and I had the gear in my truck, and the camera people were in the other truck. So to help them, I would just grab the sticks and the lens cases and everything and bring it over to them, help with the 8C. Josh was his name. And it was, you know, that's what you do. It just shows that you want more responsibility and that you want to learn more. And then Josh and the DP, William, we all became closer, and they gave me some guidance on how to do things, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Another thing that's like big is passing out waters.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't sound like it would be a big thing, but like especially on summer jobs, or like when you're in a black room studio or wherever where it's just dark and people are ready to go home and need sunlight and stuff, like it's great to just walk around and just be like, hey man, do you need a water? Like, because then it shows initiative. So just doing stuff like that and kind of just taking that extra step to get there.
Gee, let me ask you, what was some of the best advice you got when you first started out?
Silence your phone.
That's not a bad one. Although it was never told to me. Definitely, if you're on set, silence your phone. If it's a closed set, like a super tight one, because I was doing a commercial and we had someone's phone go off and someone got really upset about it. I was like, thank God it was not me, because somebody got an ass chewing. But it was, if you're not busy, look busy. But
Yeah.
and it was like, if you got to go into the PO, make it quick, all that stuff, so you're not crowding around and hanging out by people.
Yeah, that's a good one of trying to look busy.
Yeah.
It also just depends on the crew. If it's like a brand new crew that you've never worked with, definitely look busy and try and stay busy. But then there's also stuff of like, if there's nothing to do, hide.
Yeah.
Wait to be like, because if they're not calling for you, that means that the crew is in the zone. And if you're in their way, in my opinion, you'll be more of a nuisance than you would be help. So always just read the room and kind of see what everybody is.
Check in once, and if everyone's good, go find a place to just chill out.
Until they call for you.
Yeah. That's what... You get there? He's choking on my own spit.
So then I want to get into the drone stuff, because I thought this was really cool. Because Grayson, for you, I remember seeing it on Snapchat. You sent me a video of the drone operator that was flying throughout the crowd and doing the high up stuff. And you're like, dude, this is so sick. And I don't know I think it was me. I don't remember who it was, but they said to you of like, you can still do that, right? Like if you wanted to, you can do this.
That's an option. I was like, holy shit, you can get paid to fly toys? That shit's crazy. But in this industry, they're not toys. It's just a tool for work.
Oh, yeah.
But it's also cool because I feel like there's that idea of after college, if you don't have something that you want to do, you're kind of in that limbo, and you're like, Or if you do, like, for example, doing the agricultural stuff at Tech, like, that idea could have been in your mind of like, all right, well, that's all that I know. Like, this is where I'm going with it. Like, this is what I'm going to do. And then it's being able to see like, oh, wait, I can do that. Like,
I could fly
like you said, I can get paid to do that. So I thought that was really cool, and I'm curious, like, from your standpoint, what was your opinion on that? Of when you were able to discover that, wait a second, I can do this?
Oh, it was really freaking cool, because, I mean, we didn't have much going on at Bonner, so I was just kind of walking around looking at stuff, and then just saw the dude with, like, a headset on and everything, and he had a little controller, and I was like, so what's the deal with that? He was like, oh, well, they either tell me to fly from left to right or front to back or whatever shot he needed to get. He was like, they just tell me where to fly and I fly it. And I was like, so, like, you need certifications or, like, how does all that work? He was like, yeah, you get certified, and after that you can shadow some people on a few jobs and all that stuff. And then once you've built up your resume, you're pretty much good to go. And I was like, dang, all right, well, shoot, let me get cracking on that. So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. So if you guys ever need a drone operator in Nashville,
Grayson, man, hit up
your boy. But I guess to kind of close off this segment, I think it's really cool though that, like, as a PA, you can come in and find something that you never knew existed.
Yeah, you can literally go anywhere.
Yeah. And that goes back to being proactive about finding work. So being able to go, and when you're on set and you don't have anything to do, go and find something that intrigues you. Go and find a camera guy and talk to him about, like, what is this? Like, do you have time? Like, can I ask questions? Like, asking questions will allow you to get like promoted in this industry.
And if someone sees that you're interested too, that already just makes their day, because they see that the younger generation is interested in what they're doing, and that the younger generation will be in good hands, because the mentors will teach the ones that really want to do it for sure.
Yeah.
And teach them well.
Well, cool.
So let's kick it off to the next one here.
Yeah.
And
I wanted to talk about some of the jobs that the three of us have worked together.
Well, starting with Fest, we were all on that. That was so much
Fest
fun.
was the first one. And then I think it honestly took a little while until
after that,
we all worked on something again, because you were doing a lot with like rapping out with CMA for everything.
CMA rap was a lot. Then we did CMT, and then
because that's when we went to Georgia. It was after Bonner and everything. I think the first one was Grand Prix.
Yeah, the next one.
We didn't talk about this on the last episode, but Grand Prix was so much fun. I had so much fun on that rap night.
Oh God, yeah.
So you guys were working side ops.
Yep.
And I was working in the suite. So I was working with Ali Gronzo. Shout out Ali, we love you. Or what's her name now? Ali.
Oh shit.
Sorry, Ali. Sorry.
I know it. I just can't pronounce it. I feel like I every time I say it, it just sounds so wrong.
When we were on CMA Awards, I kept seeing Ali, and
it's
then
like Thalman.
I think that's it.
I think it's
pretty
Thalman.
close.
I kept seeing that email. I'm like, who is this person? And then I looked up the email, and it was Ali Gronzo, and I was like, oh, I forgot she got married.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Grand Prix. I was working with her in the pit lane suites, and we were like up there watching helping with all the people, and super easy, super fun. But you guys were green zone.
Yeah,
right?
we were
Yeah,
green
baby.
ops. Yeah.
Yeah.
Best crew in the world. Shout out Riley, Steven,
Sam.
and Grace and myself.
You guys had a good crew.
We did.
That was so much fun.
I was a little jealous. I'm not gonna lie. But for those who don't know, Nashville, the past was it 2 years?
Next year would be the 4th year. So this was the 3rd year.
Yeah. So the past 3 years they've done the Grand Prix throughout downtown Nashville. It was really cool. It's fun. We had great weather this year except for the last 2 days with the rain and everything.
But that it kind of helped.
It did. It did. But it was cool because we kind of get to see, especially you guys got to help build it all and then tear it all down. But my favorite part of that was the night that we rapped.
Yeah.
The night that we got to take.
Damn, don't do that. Shit.
Just kick it. Is it okay?
Yeah, it's fine. Let's continue. That was so bad. I'm so embarrassed. So yeah, we had a rap night, and every time what we do for the rap night is we race the track in our golf carts, and it's so much fun. We get everyone from the hospitality.
Yeah, Pearl. Shout out Pearl.
That's right. You all named the golf cart.
Yeah.
But we raced it, and it was so much fun. We there's so many videos. You were in the truck with Steven.
Steven and I were in the pickup truck. We had all the alcohol in the back, and so it started where we had pizza and we were doing just having a good time, and then we were gonna go do our group photo, and Steve and I drove the pickup truck over there, and we were like, we have to just start blasting music. Let's start getting the vibes going.
Yeah.
And we were playing Britney Spears and all this
Miley Cyrus,
Kesha.
Yeah, all those early 2000 throwbacks.
Yeah, and everybody was
loves.
dancing, having a good time, and then we were like, all right, let's race the golf carts, because we did it the year prior.
Yeah.
But this year we couldn't do the full track because they
were
had already
loading out.
Already started tearing it down. So we were driving, and I have video of passing you, and you're looking at the camera, going crazy, and but then after that we went back and we went over to the swings.
Yeah,
and
we
we
just
hung out there for a while. But that was fun just because it's another example of how lucky we are to get to do the jobs that we do, because even for me, knowing that I wanted to be in this industry, I never imagined getting to do stuff like that.
No, but I think it just shows you hard work pays off.
Yeah,
I think that's
and just being a good person.
Yeah, respectful.
Yeah, because if you work with them once and you make a good impression, they're gonna want to bring you back.
100%. Let's go into the next one that we all worked together, which is CMA Christmas
Yep.
this year
At the Fisher Center. Oh, man.
at the Fish Center. I was y'all's boss.
Yeah.
how is that for y'all?
Not bad, because you've been my boss
Before
that.
at Fest, yeah.
It was very weird for me.
Yeah.
Very weird. Because
was.
prior to that, I was in your position.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just needed the money, so I was like, sure, I'll PA. Like, I was gonna help Tony again and do the live, I guess the live event side. I'm getting all the trucks loaded in and stuff, but he didn't need any help. But it was fun. It was interesting. It felt weird to go back from doing like assistant coordinating stuff back to PAing with everyone. But it was fun. It was fun giving you shit and messing with you.
Yeah, it was really great every time I walked into the PO and someone sat in my chair.
Eat your fucking mutts.
There was always some mozzarella and someone in my chair.
Here we go.
And
Yeah.
here we go.
We had
about
to get
what?
it warm for
Here
you, man.
we go about I don't like my chair warm.
We know.
It's just like I like my area. Just go sit in someone else's desk. There were so many flex desks around too.
No, but that chair, that was a nice chair, man.
Because you know why? Because I bring in the chairs and I pick out which chair I want.
Yeah, and then we can get it warm for you.
But
just how you like it.
See what happens when he gets in a position of power.
A position of power. I feel like sitting in someone else's chair is not like a big deal. Like I don't want someone to sit in my chair.
Grayson, you can sit in my chair any day.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Yeah, and
Because you probably like a warm chair.
Likewise.
yeah, thank you.
I don't like. No, stop! Don't sit in my chair. Please, that's all I ask.
I'm gonna get your bed warm for you.
Oh man. So I don't even remember what the show was like. Was it?
We had to pass out the
It was-
candles. The final project looked very good. I will say that.
I don't think I've ever watched in the 3 or 4 CMA Christmases that I've worked. Never watched
Really?
one of them. Never.
The only thing that I've worked on that I've seen has been the Cody Johnson.
Really?
Yeah, because
we watched that
it
there.
at
Yeah.
the Christmas
at
party.
house. That was the only thing I've worked on that I've seen.
Should we talk about Cody Christmas?
Since we're on Christmas, let's
Yeah.
go into that because that project was fun. I liked that one
I was
because
only there for a day.
yeah. That one was fun because it was actually close to Christmas time. Like it
Yeah.
felt like a Christmas
It
show.
was right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and we got a free tree out of it.
We did.
so-
We
And
did.
we're going to show the clip of how we got the tree in the house. Because we had the smart, or I guess I had the smart idea to just like, let's tie the tree down while we're still loading out so we
Yeah.
don't forget about it. You know,
Makes
it's that
sense.
way it's done. So we tie the tree up and then we're about to leave and I realize I can't get into my car because we tied the tree
Doors shut.
to the roof. So I had to climb in through the trunk.
Well, because you tied it through the windows.
Yeah, we tied it through the windows.
Instead of opening the door and tying it, we went through the windows.
Well, you couldn't. The rope we had was very thick. We weren't going to be able to shut the doors. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, we know that now. We weren't thinking that way.
Yeah, yeah, we
we
weren't-
didn't try to go through the doors.
Yeah, but anyway, so I climbed in through the front, turned on my car, put down the window, hopped out the window, and then told them two about it. And then we hopped into the car through the window, drove it home, hopped out of the car through the window, and brought the tree inside
Yeah,
and decorated that night. And it looked beautiful.
it did. Now
Show the
it's-
clip.
Now it's outside rotting in the back porch.
Yeah, but
before
we'll
we-
burn it.
That's
Before we burn
firewood.
it.
So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. We also have Claire's tree as well back there.
Yeah.
So we'll burn that. It'll be nice and fun. But yeah. So then let's go into the final one that we've worked with as a group together so far is CMA
Casa Cahal.
Awards.
Yeah.
Casa Cahal.
Awards was a good time.
Awards was a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. It was a good show. Like getting to see Posty and everybody.
Yeah.
that was crazy.
Got a head nod from Posty.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Because he talked to you, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. But awards was cool. It was long.
Yeah. I was on that for 20 something days.
Yeah. especially with like the rapping out and stuff. But again,
Yeah.
I went back to the live event side, so I was working with Tony doing all the dock stuff and getting all the trucks in, and which is fun. I love doing that. It's cool. It's easy, and yeah, that's where I was. You guys were doing production stuff.
Yeah. On the last day of loadout, I was the last person on site, making sure rigging got out and everything. I'm just about to leave. My car died.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, because
Yep.
we had the screen set up down here again because we were ready to play when you got back.
Yep. My car died, and I called Grayson.
Oh yeah, we had all the screens set up and we were jamming, and then my phone went off.
I called one of y'all. I think I called you. You didn't answer, and then I called you.
I answered,
and then you answered, and then
Well, I had just seen you, and I was like, "What is this guy fucking doing now?"
and I was like, "Yeah, my car died." And you came over, saved me, gave me a jump,
Sure did.
and then we came home.
I guess I'm kind of curious about your opinion on this, of like going back to the celebrity stuff. At first, it was
A shock.
like
Right.
getting to see these, like, first job summer jam. Gwen Stefani asked me to grab her a water just as I was in passing, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's
baby.
that's fucking Gwen Stefani." No doubt about that.
We stood next to Gwen Stefani without realizing it at Summer
Yeah.
Jam.
But it was like having that initial shock, but then it just slowly starts becoming
Becoming
so
normal.
Yeah.
normal to where it's just like, oh yeah, I worked with this person or that person the other day.
And with that too, being on I'm on first name basis with Blake Shelton's bus driver.
Yeah.
He's just such a great guy. Wayne,
Yeah.
fucking love you, man. But
Fucking
good.
love you, man.
It's good, dude.
Yeah, no, it's great how at first it's such an awe, like you're in, oh my god.
Yeah.
You know, especially for me, a big country fan, like, you know, seeing Luke Combs 20 feet away from me, I'm like, this is amazing. And
I
now
got to meet him.
What?
I met him
I've met him too.
on jobs though,
Oh, well.
not on a double date.
No, we're not. This story is not going to be brought up right now. This is
I think it should.
no, it really shouldn't, because it just doesn't.
No, we're not gonna. We won't bring it up.
It just
I was kidding.
fuck you. But anyways, now it's like I see Luke Combs every year for awards, and you know,
Yeah.
I say hi to his manager every once in a while too, if I get the chance to see him.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's like
it's fun.
it's cool, but it's also it's interesting to me to see the perspectives change of how going from that perspective of holy crap, like I'm with Hosier or I'm with Brett Michaels, like these people that my parents grew up, at least Brett Michaels, not Hosier, but Brett Michaels was one of the nicest dudes I have ever worked with, and I was shocked because I've heard stories of him in his Poison days and being this wild party animal and being an asshole and stuff, but he literally took time out of the crossroads that we were shooting to come up and shake everyone's hand on the documentary crew.
That's amazing.
And it was just, and he was like trying to get to know us and like how long we've been in Nashville and stuff. And like, I've never had any artist of that magnitude act like that. So it's just cool to see that. But I guess it's also a good thing to point out to those getting into the industry of like, you do not go out of your way to try and meet the talent.
Yeah.
You will immediately be fired and potentially blacklisted from that company, that production, whatever. And
never have your phone out either.
Yeah.
Never have your phone out. There's a story about a security guard who was watching the main hallway of, I forget what show it was, but of the dressing room hallway, and she had her phone out in her hand like this, just recording people walking, and security, her boss saw that, took the phone, deleted the video, escorted it off the premises, and said, "You're never allowed back here."
yeah. So that's definitely a serious topic. And I just wanted to like kind of get into that as a forewarning for those if they are trying to come in to do this to meet celebrities, don't.
No.
because
But-
you will immediately get kicked out.
Yeah, and you will have opportunities to interact with them because of how close you work on set with them.
Yeah, especially
But-
on like music videos and stuff.
Yeah, like there's no need to look forward to that. Like you're
Yeah.
there to do a job first off. That's your thing. The bonus is that you meet so many cool people and so many celebrities.
Yeah. Well, and it's also, well, before I go into that, I'm curious, like from your standpoint,
Yeah.
what's your opinion on that of like getting to meet these guys? Like, because
Completely off of that sidetrack. It didn't really, or it wasn't really a meeting. I almost decked Blake Shelton on a job, and I felt so bad, but he was super cool about it, which was nice. Was doing parking lot stuff and was working with someone else who wasn't that great. And had to go run away for 5 minutes and then came back and was hauling ass on the way back because they were like, "Where are you at? You got to come back here." And I was like, "I literally just left. I'm on my way back." So I'm running back, turn the corner, and literally as soon as I turn the corner, he's right fucking there. And I had no idea how tall he was either.
oh,
Yeah,
I
he's
freaking
huge.
looked up and I was like, "Holy shit, Mr. Shelton, I'm so sorry. I got to get back to work." He was like, "You good, bud?"
That was a pretty good country accent impersonation of him right there.
Thanks. So I freaking bounced and I was like, "Holy shit, that just happened." I almost decked his ass, but he was just cool about it. But yeah. So, I mean, it's just part of the job, just running into people and meeting people. It was a big shock at first, probably the first couple of gigs. I mean, CMA Fest was crazy with everyone riding by in the golf carts. Bonnaroo was nuts with
Dave Grohl.
yeah, watching Dave Grohl walk off the bus. But after that, I was just kind of like, well, I guess this is how it is now. And yeah.
So I want to talk to you about something that happened at awards, and it's on the topic of celebrities, and I wasn't on set yet because I was working the overnight shift in the dock. Mm-hmm. I think you were already there.
Yeah.
But we get a text in our house group chat of all caps, Zach Bryan is here. Oh my God. And for those who don't know Dylan, he is a massive Zach Bryan fan.
I am.
And it was honestly a shock for, I think, everyone there because he wasn't originally planning to
No,
come.
he what happened was, I learned this from the talent folk. He was supposed to be going on tour and or he was supposed to be going somewhere else for a show, and that
he was going to the Barstool thing with Brianna and
yeah.
who's the owner of Barstool?
Dave Portnoy.
Yeah, they were doing like a huge thing at the downtown.
That's
they just
right.
opened up one, and I think he was just going to tag along.
And then all of a sudden they got an email saying like Zach would like to come, and they were like, okay. So like it was a total shock. No one knew. It was last minute. They gave him the front row seat because he was also nominated for New Artist of the Year. I was going to do something, and the hallway was packed. Like, I couldn't move because people were changing sets and changing places and everything. And all of a sudden, there's this guy in the hallway. I'm like, he looks so familiar. I don't know where I know him from, but he looks so familiar. And he's inches away from me, and I look down, I see his credential, it says Zach Bryan. He's right next to me. I didn't realize he was so short. Like, I thought he was a lot taller. I thought he was like 6'1", 6 foot, but he's like 5'10", I think. But anyways, I was
Short
like,
king.
holy shit in my head. But like, I had to go do something. And then I did my thing, and then I ran to John and Kyle, and I was like, I just saw Zach Bryan.
It wasn't me because I wasn't there.
No, I saw, because I told you about it, and I always hit my head on the ceiling. Don't you remember that?
No.
You said you jumped so high you almost hit your head on the ceiling.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
Oh, okay. Well, there's another story that John doesn't remember about me. Doesn't remember meeting me. Doesn't remember me meeting Zach Bryan. It's just...
Well, no, because I didn't get there till almost after the show was over.
You got there at like 7 o'clock.
No, I didn't. I came
You
in
didn't?
at 9.
Oh.
My call time was 9
I could have sworn.
because I was leaving at
Oh.
7:30 that morning.
Yeah, I remember that now. I do remember telling you this though. But yeah, that was incredible. But that's another thing where you have to be composed, even though like one of your favorite artists is right next to you. You can't just be like, oh, sir, I love your music. I gotta go. Like that would be very inappropriate. So I had to, just keep my composure, go do my job, and then just freak out later.
Which you did.
Yeah, I sure did, as I did right now. Yeah, do you guys have any stories like that of meeting someone that like you never would have thought you would have, or
Yes,
like?
I do, and
Okay.
it's no one would ever suspect this, ever. I didn't even expect to be as starstruck as I was, and you're gonna love this one.
Okay.
I'm trying to think who this is.
So we were working on the TV show Mabel, and you'll know the story now. That I'm
Now
talking
I
about
know.
it. And I found out that we had a guest coming, and he was doing all the voices for all the cartoon characters. I think I told you.
I know
about
where this is going now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, I know this name. I know the name of this dude from something, and I cannot put a finger on it. Like, what is this? Lo and behold, he's the voice
Dun, dun, dun.
of Obi-Wan Kenobi
Dun, dun,
Our Lord and
dun.
Savior.
in the Clone Wars. And that was the show that I grew up watching as a kid. I think we still watch it
I
to this day.
quote it
just
more
watched
than I
it.
should. Yeah, I finished the last 4 episodes like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Again. And again.
Guilty.
But then I didn't freak out until I realized he was also the
do it
voice of the
again.
anchor man from Johnny Test.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, wow, I actually know this guy.
And what was crazy for me was my task as the PA that day was literally hanging out with him and giving him water
Oh,
whenever
yeah.
he wanted it. Whenever he would get done with doing his skit, he would step off, and I would be standing there right there, and I'd be talking with him and handing him a water. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, that's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That's Obi-Wan Kenobi. What about you, G? You got one yet?
Probably. I was trying to think while John was telling this story, but nothing really comes off striking.
Was
at first.
Hosier one?
He was all right, but I was never really a fan of
Yeah.
him. Meeting him was cool. I've met quite a few people, but none of them that I'd say I was like genuinely a fan of. Seen a few people, but never actually like talked and shot the shit with them. But
Yeah.
So what's your closest story to, like, what's your favorite, like when people ask you like what's your favorite celebrity story, what's the one that you would tell?
Oh, I mean, seeing Dave Grohl walk off his tour bus at Bonnaroo was pretty cool.
Didn't he give you a head nod too?
Yeah, or one of these little bad boys.
Salute.
Seeing him post at awards was really cool, holding the door for him.
Were you with me when we met Danny from Greta Van Fleet?
No, you
Yeah,
can't. Oh,
actually, yeah.
The
at,
second-
at Lakeside.
'Cause
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I ran into him at Lakeside,
Yeah.
and we were talking and shooting the shit with Carlisle, like about playing golf and stuff. And I
Yeah, that
introduced
was cool.
you to him.
That was cool as shit. But once again, love Greta Van Fleet. Still not the biggest fan of him.
That's fair. I understand. Great guys though.
Great.
All those
Yeah,
guys are awesome.
absolutely, super cool.
all right. Well, let's wrap this up with our shout out segment
Yep.
of the week. We're gonna shout out Miss Kayla Courtney.
Oh shit!
Miss Kayla, she's a great person, great at her job, just so much fun.
Yeah, she's one of the best locations people that I've
Oh, yeah.
ever worked with. Hard worker. She's helped us out a lot. We've all worked with her in different capacities, and yeah, she's a great person, and can't wait to do more with her.
Absolutely.
Hopefully, we're gonna get her on here.
Oh yeah, we will.
It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
Get her that bag. All right.
All right, folks. Well,
Let's
thank you very
wrap it up.
much. Good night, good evening, good day, good afternoon, whatever you're watching it. Thank you again. I'm Dylan Ross.
John McTavish.
I'm Grayson.
Thank you
Peace
very
out.
much. Have a good one, y'all.
Bicycle.